Hello chaps and chappets, are really churning out the videos again. You know, Lego Padme has got me doing a crazy thing, man. She got me doing a crazy thing in terms of the content. So, you know, currently we're rating 2, we're halfway through. And at this point in time, we're actually starting to recover. Because bear in mind that we started out, you know, 0 and 2. We tried out the crossing strats. And, you know, David Moyes just wasn't really working for the team. You know, sometimes certain managers just aren't really a fit for the club. And that's kind of what it felt like, you know. He really was trying. I don't feel like there was any kind of agenda against a club like there was in the same way with the boy Jurgen Klopp. But the lad just, I don't know, he couldn't get it going. And the board of directors, they got high standards, man. You know, you don't get the diddly dobs early doors and you're out. And it's that simple. So, you know, Pep Guardiola really starting to get it going. You know, Diarby actually cruising up as he's going down this left-hand side. Look at the pace that the boys got, man. He's kind of cruising on by. Cancelo trying to come across. It's a cross for Dest. Dest trying to cut in. Dest still for Diarby. He's still going and he slots. And what a game he's having, man. What a game the boy's having. As he's cruising. That's kind of crazy. So, you know, straight away, a manager not really been able to deal with the tempo of the game. You know, it's a very fast-paced game that we're playing there. And Diarby really just wanted to go at him early. So yet another diddly dob. And then all of a sudden, we start playing the more fraudulent teams in the tournament. They're waiting. They're always ready and waiting around the corner type thing. And, you know, we'll certainly take it. We'll certainly take the diddly dobs quite happily too. So all of a sudden, you know, it's actually turned around in quite a drastic way. You know, we've gone from 0 and 2 to now 10 and 2. Yeah, that's actually crazy, man. Look at that as well. You know, Vinicius Jr., Gnabry. They got a lot of talent in that team. But they just didn't seem motivated, you know. There's actually a lack of energy, a lack of life essence or something within the opposing ranks. And, you know, you're looking at our club and you're seeing vitality. You're seeing the energy and all of that. You know, Shannon the Cannon Briggs screaming on the sidelines, I think is really actually helping with, you know, helping the boys actually do the most. As Lionel Messi giving it through for Llorente, of course, to get the goal. And, you know, Lionel Messi is just one of those players that he's very hard to actually do anything about because the guy's got so much talent. Look at the way he's spinning here. Lionel Messi. Still Messi. Oh. What can you do? What can you do about the boy? I mean, in that half space. You know, some of the fans initially were actually saying, you know, why isn't he playing that centre-forward role? And, you know, it is a definite question. But at the end of the day, the centre-mid slots are actually the ones getting the goal lassos. You know, actually the ones getting in the space. The centre-forward is actually more of a diversion. You know, Llorente is actually kind of a decoy for the boys, you know. And they're the ones causing the real threat. So we're actually just flying through the games. At this point, we really are flying through the games. And, you know, it's now Ronaldo v Messi. Who's going to win? They got Ronaldo type things. So Pedri down this right-hand side, you know, the boy, another lad that actually only stays on the pitch for about 2 minutes. But can he contribute? It's Lionel Messi. Oh, my. And I'll tell you what, they have contributed as well, because that is actually another lad. The guy that just scored there, I think his name is Petanga or something like that, like Italian lad. And he's only on the pitch for 2 seconds too, so Insigne linking up. Another little triangle, it's Lionel Messi. Madness. That's what you got to love for triangle things. And Guardiola's really happy with the boys for doing that type of stuff, man. As we're pressing again, Lionel Messi. Here is Diarby back for Lionel Messi, across for Llorente. And they're really struggling to contain the boy, man. And that's, you know, if you let Messi have time on the ball in around the edge of the box, he's going to start creating stuff like that as he gets it again. Lionel Messi, and this time he goes down for a penalty kick. And it will be Messi up against Alisson, and he talks. Lionel Messi. I have to say, we got him on the cheap as well. Like 400k for the boy. I don't really understand what's happened there. I said to the boy, Jabba, how come you got him that cheap? And they were like, lad, for some reason people don't think he's quick enough or something like that. But I've seen him on the treadmill and, you know, acceleration and all of that thing. The guy is rapid. You know, Jabba actually sent that through to the boy. And I was like, because he actually scouted the boy. He said, you know, Lionel Messi's actually looking kind of vibey. And I was like, fair enough, we'll actually take the boy. So that's another reason, once again, I keep reiterating why Jabba is so important to the club. Because he, not only does he actually give us the greatest deals. You know, that's the reason why he's so cheap in the first place. But he's actually actively looking at the market, looking at some of these players and assessing their quality, you know, and he's really doing the most. As yet another, and also perhaps you might actually say that the link up with Jabba is actually perhaps one of the reasons why we're able to get so many of these types of wins. You know, maybe he has contacts or something like that, don't tell him nothing. But essentially, we're just climbing on through. And we're getting win after win after win. We haven't lost a single game under Pep G. As they're trying to get it to Son. Now for Nkunku on for Corona. Oh dear. Oh dear. That really silenced the crowd. Back in the Lumber support. Really sit back. And I'm actually so glad to announce that the new Lumber support generation is about to be unveiled. We've been trialling it because we actually get, you know, sitting on the sidelines and in a manager's kind of dugout, we actually get the prototype stuff. And I can tell you, you know, when it launches, you're going to be sitting ever so comfortably, I'll tell you that, because it is actually, you know, top level. And I think me and Jabba have put a lot of time into trying to find some of the best kind of designers out there for the chairs, man. And they're just so sexy. So we're going 2-1 up right now. And it's actually looking so good now for Lego Padme FC as we're looking towards another rank 1, but Heung-min Son ruining the party. Man's trying to ruin the party, man. Lego Padme was celebrating, eventually just stopped celebrating there, like stopped clapping her hands type thing. But Diaz looking to do the most. He chops in. Let Ronaldo chop and a finish. Superb. Superb. Shout out to boy T-Perbs. Yeah, man. So trying to get it through by Heung-min Son. Oh dear. I didn't read the script. It's on again on the counter charge. Through for the boy Fekir, the clone. Too many of the boys. It's over. It's a wrap. And we lose. You know, we lose the first game under Pep Guardiola. That's our first loss since the first 2 games, which we're using, you know, mediocre managers type thing. Although David Moyes, have to give a big shout out to the boy. He's a top manager, but it just didn't work out, unfortunately. But Insigne slotting that away, 45th minute. And, you know, we're eyeing up rank 1. At this point, we're like, you know what, bring in Thomas Tuchel for the defensive strategy at half-time. We look to set up in that 5 at the back, and they got to break us down, man. They got to break down the 5 at the back. It ain't happening, man. You already know it's not happening. So, you know, they're pressing us. They're certainly pressing us and making it difficult to defend. You know, they're not giving us any time on the ball. Insigne trying to get on through. Des coming across. He's actually playing that right centre-back role. And a lovely little chip away. Hakimi with the overhead kicks. And now we can counter charge. Diaz trying to get it through, but didn't quite fall for the boy Wijnaldum on that occasion. But once again, you know, they're controlling the game and we're sat off them. We're looking to try and get some kind of counter. That is a good tackle. Insigne, through for Wijnaldum down this left-hand side. He's got Lionel Messi waiting in the box. Falls for Messi. Oh, it's lovely. It's Diaz. And that's the end of that. 81st minute. We wrap it up. After sitting everyone behind the ball, we counter charge. And that is that. That's so vibey, isn't it? Just everyone behind the ball. The boss job. The old boss ting. They can't break us down, and then, you know, we can hit him so hard with a counter punch. You know, Shannon the Cannon Briggs was actually chatting to him all day about the counter punch. So Lionel Messi falls for the boy. Lionel Messi! Oh! Look at the power on that. What a top-level player. And once again, Thomas Tuchel. Oi, Thomas, you there, lad? 5 at the back. It's time. Everyone behind the ball again, and they're trying to break us down with Stoichkov. Fresh out of carbonite, can't get past. You know, they're still trying to 67th minute now. Stoichkov trying to find a gap. Here is Cristiano Ronaldo. No gap. No nothing. It falls, though, off a mistake. And they get it away again. My. Now we can counter charge with Insigne, but it didn't quite happen that time. Now we're in the 87th minute. Still trying to break us down. Llorente filters out. Covers that nicely. Insigne breaking out of the press. It's ever so easy for Diaby, and now Insigne can actually go at him here. Rafael Varane in the chase, up against the boy Insigne. Quite a height difference, I'll tell you that. But he's heading for the corner flag. You got to see it out, and Shannon the Cannon was screaming at this point that he actually started running towards Varane. But then he actually stopped himself because I told him about, you know, you ain't getting the rags if you do that. If you knock him out and all of that, you ain't getting the rags. And he was like, lad, I need the rags, champ. And he turned right around. So, you know, that could have got ugly for a second there. So going to the next game, we ain't giving away no free wins. No nothing. We had to get that final point. And we were celebrating. We really were. You know, I was thinking almost of giving away that free win. But then I saw some, you know, cringy looking players. Some meta kind of looking players. And I was like, nah, man. That ain't the way. If it was a vibey team, I'd think about shaking the boy's hand and see what he's saying. But it just wasn't anything like that, man. So, you know, we're getting in some decent kind of players in the packages. Obviously, we're looking for that Neymar. We've heard the Neymars about, you know, Job was telling me, hyping him up the whole time, you know, hyping up this kind of promotion. And he was saying, you know, Neymar, this guy's a top-end player. You could get the boy. You could get the boy. And I was like, oh, I tell you, that could be nice. So the ultimate pack, opening up the ultimate package. Yeah, go Aspas coming back. I said, lad, why are you back here? That's not even him. Luis Alberto, that's my bad. But nonetheless, doesn't matter who he is. You might as well just be looking at coins. They're gone. They're all gone, man. And we're not making too bad dough from that, honestly. That was actually a relatively good amount of value from that package. And, you know, Job was actually chuckling away. You know, there is actually a good bit of racks and a bit of commission for the boy too. So we're packing Neymar here. Joking, man. How rough is that? I was on my feet, so was Jobs. It just didn't go our way, man. And Everton in the bin, man. We're packing a club. We're packing a whole club. I don't understand that. So, yeah, into the next pack. What are we saying? Argentina. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, that was pretty shocking, but nonetheless, chaps and chopheads. You know, it's a successful FUT Champions weekend. Once again, we're making the rags. And I'll speak to you in the jiv. Man tucking in, I'm grabbing a munch. And best believe man is not waiting for lunch. I'm grabbing the Wheater Bigs.
Trust me.
V for Vendetta is out on Netflix. It's got Natalie Portman. I swear that she watching like all my recordings. I swear that she sobbed.
Nah, man.
I'm playing pro clubs with a gang and I'm scoring those own goals.